Hello, if anyone's still watching, I'll do a minor stream of basically developing something in Kotlin at this point. So in here I did work on like some kind of more or less a joke program that is kind of simulating a virus under the quotes from the game Hypnospace Outlaw. So basically, the name of the so-called virus in this case is ButtsDisease, where basically when you try to just type anything, you'll just end up hearing any kind of like fart sound, and at some point it will actually try to replace keystrokes with ButTS randomly. That's like in the game. My implementation is kind of different, so let me see if we can actually just run it so you can see the example. Okay, if I try opening the terminal, and then maybe that's too loud. Let me just lower it down for a bit. So basically it's going to fart anytime when you type any kind of key, and it will also try to replace the keystrokes with ButTS under the how to say, under caps at least. So the whole logic is still kinda a mess, so I'll try to clean it up on the way if possible. So I don't know how should I even begin. I'll probably have to work on this a bit more. Okay, so let me check for initially. So this is all kind of, well, just few methods in here, but I'll probably have to split this up in a few more ways. Now in here, as far as I'm aware, so okay, I'm using Kotlin obviously. I'm using actually I'm not using command line interface because there's no need for that at this moment. Send a library with coroutines, then Java native access platform as to actually access the native parts that are actually not available in Java. So basically I'm trying to use Windows API in this case in some way. I'm also using the keyword hook to make sure that I can actually catch a keystroke and then replace it with something else. I have no idea what I was using this for. I'll probably figure it out maybe in the future. And that's pretty much all for the libraries. So now let me check how do I actually do the logic in here. So in this case, hold on a sec. For system tray, is this even a library or? Yeah, that's a library. No, that's not a library, that's Java API. My mistake. So if system tray is available, it shows the tray icon that will actually contain the logo icon that I have, that I'm actually using with the tooltip. But this is with one menu with an option to just exit the app. This should just resize the icon, I think. It's nothing special. And now the logic in here. So this should be in input IO dispatcher, where I should run the whole logic. So let's see in here. So these are variables for interruption checks. I'll try to go with that on the way. Robot is a like hold on a second, let me show it in here. So robot is like an object that kind of allows it to automate things with mouse and keystrokes basically. So in this case you can just like give it a few instructions how to move the mouse and it will automate that. and then random for just keeping things random if possible. For this is hold on a sec. Okay, so that's the hook. So that's the hook registration for keyboard. So on any kind of key event, let's check if it's observed, accessible. Okay, so this should be the case where the keystroke is overridden with a blank key value, I think. And here the event for the key input is invoked. The native key being released without additional checks. So let me just go with that for a bit, and then loop the what the heck should be looped in here? Oh yeah, I forgot. In here you should it should be able to replace all other windows with title being changed to butts in this case. So I don't know if that's going to actually work. So it should be visible in here. Okay, so yeah. So you can see in here that it actually managed to replace title bar with butts. So that can actually apply to any window in here, which also includes all other windows that I have around here, but they are not visible. This part actually plays the sound that I put. Usually I did try to use like the like OGG Vorbis file, but that was kind of glitchy, so I'm using just wave files instead. This is basically just a copy paste of the logic from Stack Overflow, as I'm not able to even figure it out on my own yet. Then in here we have like an interface for user32 let's say API to actually get a list of windows, get the text of the window, and then set the text of the window and check if the window is actually visible. So I'm supposed to like launch a single instance of the library, and then in here for each window hold on, get the text, check if it's visible. So if the text is either empty or it's not visible, skip. Otherwise set the window text to butts in this case. So that's pretty much all in this case for this program. So I'll have to find a way to actually simplify this and maybe clean it up. So that's gonna take a while to even think how should I begin. Okay, let me first rename the resource. This is not using the OGG files because instead of wave files. So that's first. This is just logo. And I should set a path in here, but should have like some kind of global objects in this case. Let's see for message ring here. Package name maybe. One sec. So we'll get like default path in here. So naturally like the word path in here, and we'll probably we'll try to replace that with this. Hold on a second. Maybe this should be another way. Let's give it a better format. Is this JVM? Yeah, I should just spend JVM in here. So we're saying for JVM that's usually just like a suffix or prefix. No, it should be suffix for a specific platform. I have like some other packages with Android or web, but this is specifically like for Java virtual machine, basically like some basic application. So that should kind of simplify the path with this. Should not like this, so yeah. Okay, what's next? Should find it in some other places. Okay, so for the play method, I'll also apply this resource path. I'm not sure if this is a better way or not. Should I just put it in brackets maybe? Not even sure now. Yeah, I'll just keep it like this instead, as it's still kind of the root path. Technically, in that case. So just a moment. Okay. Oops. Okay, sorry, some bit of the screensaver is just a bit broken. So what I actually wanted to do. And okay, this is defined already. So that's at least one thing. What I might as well actually make it like an object maybe. Or yeah, maybe like an object. Like resources, then the default path. Okay, and now we should likely get the actual resource, which should be at least simple enough like this. So for the logo image, should be defined like resources as Java. Actually, let's make a function instead. Resources class Java, then get resources stream, and then the path, along with this, which how should I actually name this? Yeah, just like making this path. How do I actually even say path in this case? So I already forgot all the vocabulary. So path, and then I'll try to apply this as root path. Actually, this should be a string. Okay. Now get the resource from here by using just logo.def, and that should be set as image. So read it, and that should be enough. So that should at least return the resource as image. Does it actually require closing? No. Okay, so that's safe. So with that, I should be actually able to just do this. Just like resources. And let me see if we can actually make this work. Oh, I forgot this. Let me just fix that. Let's try just setting the passageway in here. Let's see. Resources. Okay, launch. Alright, for this. Okay, maybe you don't see it, but as the taskbar in my case is no, yeah, the taskbar is on my other screen, so I actually don't see it, but it works in my case. So kind of continue. As long as nothing is crashing, it should be fine. Let's put it like this. Oh, so now we have to actually get the those, let's see, all these streams. So in this case, I should just use it like a function to get. Not sure if I should get it like a function or not. Let me check again. What does the logic go in here? So play the specific object in here. I actually just try to like fetch it like one by one and keep it like a list. Maybe that should be a better option. It's technically kind of taking more memory, but that's great. So it should be like parts. I'll get resource for, let's see, so we have butts, we have parts. Actually we'll go with butts first. Songs. Actually let's make a map like from 1 to 5. Should be as an equivalent 1 until 5, so 6. So it should be just 1 to 5 range, unless there's a way to actually, hold on a sec. I actually cannot remember for other ranges in here. Let me check for a bit. Should be a way to check the ranges. So from the range, step down to, no, that's not it. Until, okay, that's 1 until 10 excluding 10. 9, 4. And that should be usually like that. Let's see, let me just check the result in here. This, okay, we'll have to enable a few things. Damn scripts. Hold on a sec, is this? Okay, wow, it's incomplete. Okay, so that should make sense already. Let's check this loop. Yeah, so from 1 to 4, so yeah, that should be 1 to 5 then. We'll keep 1 to 5. Now map. So each one should get the resource from wave files with butts folder. Or maybe I should just like place that outside. There's no need to actually keep the wave file like this, unless I might be wrong. I'll keep it like this for now. So it's butts and then just the name and then wave file, and that's should be enough. Repeat the same for part sounds. 1.5. Fair enough. Now we have to only replace this with no. Have to replace parts first. Let's see, they are in here. How should I actually replace that then? So I have the resource in here, but I should actually, hold on a sec, that's buffered. Yeah, this isn't quite practical at this point. This should not be a good way to do it. Because I'll end up like having like all of these risks being open all the time. They might be even closed. Unless I make a wrapper, maybe. Okay, let's see if we can actually make just a like simple wrapper. It should be like sound. Hot and then so each part actually has that, so I'll just have an option to play the sound maybe. It should be just like copy paste of this in some way. But let's try to copy paste first and see how should I set this up. So let's get the resource first. It should be over here. And apply it, make it buffered, use it, apply the info, and then play it. So that should be more significant. Okay, let's make it just a bit more safe. Now let's only map it. Let's make it map it like this. This should be much more sufficient, maybe. Okay, just give me a moment. I need to check something. Where the hell is that? Okay, I'll continue. So we have mods and parts. Now let's see how it should work now. So play in here. So we'll try to go with resources. Mod sounds, get value from, actually let's just get a random, just random value. It should be 1 to 6 baseline here, but in here it actually goes with some order. So resources, oh, that's actually what sounds, this is the part. So now we should actually get, oh no, actually let's play this one, show it plays, then should get the index from here. So if it actually works, it should play. Now let's see if this is going to work. Let's type something. that works fine. Maybe I'll have to probably still improve something in here, but for now it works well. Here one option to play or fetch the resource, so it's all basically in here. That's fine. So what's next in this case? If still actually trying to watch this by any chance at any point and wondering what the hell I'm doing, basically I'm still kind of trying to talk while trying to train myself to actually speak. I barely even speak in real life. That's why my voice actually even sucks at this point. So we got the sounds in here. A class sound. Might as well move it away. Same for resources. Not sure if there's function actually apply for the tray, because this kind of looks kind of ugly. Yeah, now I might as well actually try to do with replacing the window name, but how should I actually name that? No. Okay, this is not actually being used anymore. Let's move this out. Let's see if this still works. Okay, it's still working. Usually when I try to refactor anything, it's going to break at some point. I'm not sure if I'm actually even able to play some music from Hypnospace Outlaw. I'll have to check that out in the future. Yeah, for now, just a bit of silence. I still need to train a bit. It's not even possible to even play something and not knowing if it's going to be under some copyright strike at some point. So usually it's better just for someone else to just play some music on their own. Let's find the name maybe. Just for the application name, that can be also replaced from here. Maybe I should even apply like adding the strings in here, so that can also apply. Even though it should be used like, I should use like some kind of internalization method in here, but I'm kind of lazy to do it at this point. So I'll just go like this. Should be like application name or label? Let's make it label. Label path, image, sounds. So how should I actually apply the tray in this case? Actually, maybe I should just like set up a class for application then. Like a base application here, which should actually have like one of the resources. So maybe I should not be able, I shouldn't actually need like any kind of global objects in that case. So let's try with system tray as a feature. Actually, we can actually play something like this. Well, source. Yeah, this is kind of still dumb, but I'll probably have to make a bit more sense in the future. So for system tray, let's make another class. No, not tray, just tray maybe. Okay, and then just a function. Actually, not just on initializing. Let's apply this. So if system tray is spotted, then get the tray, get the icon. So for the resources, we'll have to go this. This should fit. Maybe it's a global object, or no, not yet. This should be enough. Okay. System tray get add. Maybe a bit reformatting. Let's add a pop-up menu, apply, then the action listener. I think I should actually add that, like variable method that should actually just check the action for clicking some action. Or actually no, I should actually add that. Maybe just select some plain function like add an item label string and then action. So in that case it should actually, no, that cannot work if I actually keep it like this. So I should actually like create a tray icon first. Pop-up menu. And then for the action, maybe. No, not yet. So this is just a pop-up menu. So from the pop-up menu, then add menu item, the label, and then for the action, then it should action apply, add. Actually, like kind of find a way to actually manage this. Actually playing something else in here. So it's just label, name. I'm gonna just change the name. Name of the component. Just apply, then add action listener, one action. That's not it. Okay, that's fine. And the tray icon by default, if supported. Tray icon pop-up menu. An item. Tray. Now here, let's see. Get the tray. Resources, then apply to actually add an item with resource label of exit, which actually just exits the process. Not sure if that's actually even a solid idea. Kind of looks dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like overthinking with this. Let's still need to train. Let's move the tray away for now. So this should basically be like an application here, and then basically run it. So that should actually work like initially. I'm actually going to put everything in here to see if it's actually going to work like this. Okay, that works. So this should be fine. Once for here. Might as well remove this. I can also move away even this. So we can have actually like main method, even though it's like just single line notification. The resources. Let's make that a class. So we can get it actually from here. Then the tray and the item from resources. So this should basically just like go, how to say, this is kind of wrong. One sec. Oh, one sec. Let's see. Oh. I'm not sure about this part. Should I make it like global? I'm not sure if this is kind of a valid way to do it. There should be some kind of better way to do that. Or maybe that should be like global instance instead. But for now I'll just keep it like that. Oh. Right. This sounds kind of awkward already. Yeah, I don't think that should be like the valid way to do so. There should be a better way. So let's just maybe move this here, just make it like this, make it separate. Yeah, and also need that then. Or just maybe make it global. After all, that should be just inside. Same for this. Yeah, that should be sufficient. And the tray. Yeah, even though And then that's not being used, of course. So I can actually quite like tray add item, and then that can be technically used at this point. So that works. This can be removed, maybe moved inside. So for this, oh. Okay, the tray works. And alright, now moving on from it. Second main, resources, application. How should I actually now do this? So this should be like the main logic in here. Keyboard hook, so I'll try making a class for that maybe. So I have to register it. Maybe even unregister. Let's copy paste this for now and see how it should go. So this should register the dispatcher, the hook, and then the listener. So I should have like some variables in here for each event. Even except for this one, for the interruption though. So in key press, so we'll have to go with key press. Actually, let's make it normal, actually more clear. Key pressed and released. Okay, that should be enough. I have to apply the logic in here. Just invoke this. Well, that requires the native event. Let's check. Yes. That's the interrupting event. Let me check the condition for that. So we see. So that's like the function to interrupt the event. So I should either like a condition or how should I actually apply this for that? Let's try it should interrupt. Let's now actually check the interrupt event here. So in case if the interrupt actually kicks in, should interrupt. Actually move that. Then interrupt the event. Otherwise, just continue as usual. Shall also add the event in here. should require working. It. Oh. Then just do the similar logic in here. This interlocks. I should actually say this out now. Maybe just place this with an event. Actually, override it like this, maybe. Nah. Like this. My event condition looks kind of better in this case. Now for the interactive event, let's make it private. Now the field, this field should be like the point. Let's make it accessible. Let's set short. In the event, get this value. And then maybe there should be like some detail about it. And maybe try to replace it with one catching. And then fail just within the stack trace. So it's over done here, and that should be much more clear, I think. Maybe I should just make it like a separate object. Yeah, that should work. Just register and the key here, then we'll need to clear that this in here and register. No native key listener, which should be the same. Is this impossible to define? Maybe just like in reverse. So that might work or not, I don't know. Just a moment. Oops. Yeah, god damn it. I forgot to make a tweet about it. So where was I? key event. Listener. Make it private. Register. No. Right. Now from the hook, let's see. Let's get this gonna be tough then. Yeah, there's a problem now with this. How should actually register? Should it register like in here? I'll just script like this one, so it should register in here and it should interrupt. Request. Released. I should apply. Apply. So let's show the errand here. Yeah, it should require boolean. So this should actually just work only if the interrupt is enabled and it's not allowed to do that event. Those are the variables from here still. On the bit behind. So in that case, rest, and this condition. Oh, sec. This kind of feels wrong. That actually has an option to interrupt in here. And also requires setting like 3 more conditions. This is still missing, so I should add like one more method. So interrupt. Delete. This for pressed. Released. Should add one more method for getting the key interrupted. Key press interrupted. One for release. Pressing here, then release. Should be done. Release. Press interrupted. So it actually gets interrupted and this should be invoked. Interrupted, release. Wait, no, this should be blank. Right, so those should be all the events in here. So at this point I should actually be able to disable this part. So if that's going to work. Okay, that still works. Apparently that's running fine at this point. I should roll this out. Alright, that still works. Should I keep improving this? So for the test, this actually is no. Oh yeah, that's actually the global thing in here. Let's move that back in here. So it should be like let's just get like a dispatcher. No, that should not be dispatcher, that should be scope. Right, so now yeah, might as well actually maybe trigger the robot maybe. Not keep it like that, maybe keep it also wrapped. Because this logic is very odd at this point. So this should be kind of simplified. Okay, let me just remove this. Then there's this part for replacing the windows. So how should I actually name that? I'm thinking now. I think I got it. Let's see. Window type neighbor. It's basically kind of this function to just run. So I also need a scope then. Should make it like this, global scope maybe. Or just maybe a separate one. This made this goes like launch. So that's going to actually make some kind of difference. Check. So I should do something like this. Like here. Right, it seems to work still. Yeah, it should work fine. Oh, let me just run again with one switching. Yeah, that works fine. I'm just checking that one here. So how should I do next? Okay, but realm is not needed. Never is already defined in here. No, for the scope. Maybe the scope this scope should be maybe placed in the sound. Not sure how well this could actually work. Maybe just making like companion object in this case. Scope, then just launch. So in that case, if I try to play it like this, this should be sufficient. Alright, that still works. Please let them now I don't have to actually launch separately. You know, that might be still kind of dumb move. Usually it should be like done where when you try to play something that it actually make sure that you actually play it in specific thread, but for now I'm just doing it like this. Still need to like mess around. So this is for the this is the tray, the hook. Still need to fix this. The renamer is still here, but the renamer. Actually, try to just put this on a separate way. Just apply this outside. There won't be any difference. Should actually trick the enemy into a situation. It's like okay, we should still figure out how they actually do the logic for this. So the key is actually pressed. It should be interrupted only if it's enabled or it's not an event. In that case, I could actually try to apply the robot inside, or here maybe. Okay, let's see. So if I actually try go with in here, then I should actually try adding an event for submitting a key in here. So for example, that should be like something like the shift at least. No, not just the shift. And the curtains in here. So let's see. Yes, send the event. So now I should apply the variable. Select actually enabled, then disabled. For interrupt characters, let's see. So this should be obviously it. There should be maybe more dynamic, maybe, but I'll just keep like this for now. Maybe I'll kill the interruption thing. Character index, it's, oh, that's this. Actually, see, should just copy it. Now, if I actually try to do that, then that's going to kill the point of actually having any kind of logic at all. Maybe I should just move this away from here completely. Have some other tool, some other class maybe. Make it like class for, I don't know. Class. Just a little bit here then for now. So the function this should be sending a key event. Let's just have a key code. Basically like this. But that might still kind of mix up both things. Maybe it should still work. Maybe I should close this. So this should be just okay. This still feels wrong. Or very dumb at this point. Hook. So in this case, this should actually place this. Let's select the event of. This event should actually be now 0. I should actually disable this event. So that should be the condition for keyboard. Keyboard input being not active. Here. So that's done. That should actually still behave the same way. Okay, that's working well. Now what? Now I can actually disable this. Well, once I'll even delete it maybe in the future. So I have to figure out for the interruption logic then. So if the keyboard input is still active, and play the sound, you must play the interruption. Let's replace this with the, oh dear god. Let's replace this with one event. More simple. That looks better. Actually, we do something like this. Nah, I shouldn't do that. Okay, send the key event in here then. So it's interrupted, it can send a key event instead. Now for this interruption part, this logic still not solid. I should kind of switch to next character placing here. So how should I do that? Okay, let's see. Another class. Should I actually find some other way? Let's see. We'll go with keyword rotor. Now we need to use these variables. I have to set up. So we need to check. So we need to apply if it's going to be enabled. Apply the counter, the characters, and the actually index. So first of all, it should set up to actually make it enabled or disabled. Not sure if we can actually just do that with variable, so that should be sufficient. So for the interrupter, let's see. So logic in here should be is the import enabled. Interrupted. Release, select event. And then this indicator, it should actually send a key event and then go to the next value. So I should actually make a function to get next value. Maybe copy paste this part and then set it up. So event to get this value should be first one to actually to return specific index, then increment the index by 1. So the index is actually last one. Then it should actually reset to 0. Disable it, and disable the counter. So that should replace this part. Just keyboard in, no keyboard, interrupter with next character. Just make it like this instead. So now we have to actually implement the counter in here. So the router should actually have the counter in here being incremented by 1. And if it's actually 4, then it should actually enable the interruption. So let's see about this then. Okay, I have a minor problem here with getting this index, so this is just being wrong. It should be the index in here. Oops, that's still wrong. That's the wrong index. Show me the counter. Wait, I screwed up. So this is the character index. Interrupter, character index. Let's assume that there's still something wrong with this logic. So the difference is like by 2 values. So how should I actually now freeze that up? This is completely unused. Next character in here, the counter. Let me just, I don't know. So this is the same. The circle logic should be the same. No. Maybe this part short is kind of wrong. Let's actually the next character and place it. And the other logic is in here still. Let me just remove the robot part. That we know that that's working well, but this part doesn't work. So let me just reword this for a bit. Should not add this much. This part. Okay, I'll screw it up even further. You can do that by this. No. Alright, that can work. Like this then. Okay, now that works perfectly. Now we can do a bit more cleanup and it should be ready enough. So this interruption should be on. And this, and this, and this. Alright, that works. Actually do this or that. So I should do like one blocking. So it makes no difference then. This. can actually actually cannot even go with like main in that case. Well, alright, that seems to be clean enough. Let me move all of this. That should be enough. Maybe this for resources, maybe that should be like global instead. So it it's giving me a lot of headache already. Let's just keep playing this for now. Get over here, move this way, and maybe in the future I'll figure it out, maybe some better way. But for now, this should work. Serve the hook, input interrupter, enabler. On the logic. What else should I do? Can you actually move this out? Yeah, you can actually just move it up like this. Center of the wind might seem kind of dumb, so might as well actually merge just with the condition. And actually add like one more volume in here. So key, like now invent, and that should be a much more. That should be a much better option. Not sure if something is shaking or no, it should be still okay. Right, let's see. So if it's interrupted in here, it should be true, and the rest should be false. Simple over here. Press, and list. Remove this. And is not interrupted. In case when it is interrupted. And this kind of already loops back to the original state. This should be kind of fine, but it looks stupid when you have like chain event events. Let's keep it like this for now. Okay, this is better actually. Now I should actually figure out for the counter whether there's any better way to do it. Let's do it like this. So in case if the counter goes in, goes up, and if it's above 4 then it should be enabled. But counters, where the hell is actually counter reset? No, we're here, so that's fine. So it should just implement counter from here, and that should be sufficient. Alright. I should apply this to sketch over here. Let me see. I should move this out. Let's move this out like that. And then where the hell is it? Alright, that should be fine. No, I should just register it after I find all of this. I can even shut it down. Nah, I'll not bother for now. Word. So. Okay, I'm basically just repeating the same thing over in here. So I'm just wrapping it all up inside. Actually, maybe I should actually like do it like this. If let's contain the icon, then add it. It's better like this. It should be like the native tree. It should be like done with the header at least. Contains it. Let's contain it. And then add it. Good. That should be better. Right, I'm just doing a goddamn wrapper in this case. So that's already going quite stupid. Let's just put it as it was. Except maybe for this. Already that's kind of confusing at this point. So I'll just keep it simple like this. Should be sufficient enough. So it's this label as a process, that should be sufficient enough. I can also make all of this private. And that should be fine enough. Right, I think that's gonna be enough for now. Because I've kind of managed to clean up things. So it's just the main method only has location to run with a tray, hook, input, automatic input in some way, the interrupter for actually interrupting stuff, and renaming windows in here. So this thing actually is able to work on the keyboard and see if if that should be interrupted or not, and if it is, then it should be overridden with something else, with this. And still didn't actually mention to do the unregistration, but never mind for now. Let's just keep that with this. For the keyboard input, yeah, that's just for sending the key event. You know, that maybe I should merge that with this. So let me see if I should merge those. But maybe I could even do that. Maybe. So I should try to combine that. So let's see. So for the interrupter, let's just make a second one, just in case. And then for the input parts in here. So I should make all this mostly private, just to keep some parts visible. Maybe that's too much. So this function should be still open. This function is also available. And maybe this one. Everything else should be private at this point. So now if I switch back, then I should be able to fix this. So even instead of both of those methods being used, I should just make like function to see if it's allowed. So in this case, you should check if it's either enabled or is active for the robot. And let's disable the keyboard input from here. No. So here it should actually be defined as a robot action, so it should be enabled. Yeah, that should actually be another function. So let's make it like an automatic input. So if it's not automatic input, then it should be fart sound, otherwise it is. We could actually reverse that. That should maybe fit more properly. And let's see for this part. So let me just write this. I shall make it reverse. So if it's actually automatic input, then I'll try putting the bot sound. Otherwise, play the fart. So if it's automatic, get down, I should get the index. Hey Henry, yeah, I technically use Windows 7 in here, as 10 still sucks, 11 still sucks, and most likely I'll switch to 10 maybe in the near future. Sorry if I'm not still reading the chat for a bit, as there was no activity for a while. So where was I? Oh yeah. So interruption here. Interrupter send event. Okay, this thing. Yeah, 1 second. Index. God damn, that this is wrong. We should get index. That should fit. Auto in here. Thinking event, get character. So yeah, for getting the character in here, then and also apply something like this. Then actually, check if this is not active. Yeah, that's the automatic input. It's automatic input, then we should increment the counter, and that should be it. Okay, now it's skipping by 1 at least. So I'm getting the character in here. And for some reason, I'm gonna switch to another one. But if I try to call it from here, so how should I do that? So wait a second, if I actually try to reword this. Then just go with the next character. Now it should actually behave as usual. Yeah, now it works as usual though. Software detection manages to get another character immediately. I don't know how should I do that. I will just keep it like this for now. I don't know, maybe I can also then revert even this part, because I can just simply replace this with this. That's kind of making a bit less sense then. So in that case, I could just set it up like it should interrupt. Yeah, it should actually still keep like this. Specifically because when this is actually called, then it will actually interrupt the event in here. So I don't have like any better solution for that for now. But it still kind of works, so I'll try to remove this part. And this is already terribly formatted. actually set up to just play from here. Okay, that works. That should be a better option. I'll remove this and that. Oh, I actually screwed up by now. So where did I actually make a mistake then? Okay, I think I made it worse somehow at this point. So even though I actually managed to set up the logic in here, kind of feels like it actually won't even do the logic at all. Let me just clean up this part then at least. Wait, maybe it's because I actually skipped this part. I probably deleted it. Alright, now back to this. I can try to remove this part. And if I just play from here, should still go the same way. That was the problem most likely. And this, oh, I might as well apply interrupter at least in here. Yeah, then. Alright, that can work. It's interrupted. So what if I actually try to set up like this? So it's interrupted at all. Basically in this part, it should be interrupted to the point where the key should press it. At which point then? Yeah, I'll probably have to still think about that logic. Oh, I know it. Let's just apply everything here. Right, that should be fine enough. Yeah, I need to actually remove this old one. Just rename and we should be done. I'll probably have to just tweak it up so I can actually use any other character than this. But this is now at least enough. Hopefully it looks a bit more nicer. Maybe I'll still need to tweak the interruption part. But this looks still enough, well enough. Right then, so that's enough already for the stream on. In this case, not many people have actually watched it. Fair enough. Either way, enjoy the rest of the evening. That's it, and bye. Let me just run this for a bit.